called the SWAT deal, which they had so much criticism. But it is not as you perceive here. It is their people demanding their own system back.
Imran Khan, you were in Washington at the time that U.S. lawmakers voted for funding the expanded war in Afghanistan. The U.S. is planning a massive diplomatic presence in Pakistan. I think President Obama asked something like $750 million, $736 million to build a new U.S. embassy as well as permanent housing for U.S. officials in Islamabad. What is the effect of this, and what is the effect of the expanded war in Afghanistan on Pakistan?
Well, there was no terrorism in Pakistan. We had no suicide bombing in Pakistan till Pakistan sent its troops under pressure from the U.S. General Musharraf capitulated under the pressure and sent Pakistani troops into the tribal area in Waziristan. So it was that resulted in what was the new phenomena, the Pakistani Taliban. We had no militant Taliban in Pakistan until we were forced into this U.S. war on terror by a military dictator, not by the people of Pakistan. And people never owned this war. People always thought that this is not our war. And quite rightly, because we did not have any terrorism in Pakistan. As subsequently grew, the more operations we did, the more reaction came. And suddenly, as now we have 30 Taliban groups. I mean, these groups call themselves Taliban, but basically these are radicalized people. These are extremists. And extremism is growing in Pakistan. The more we are being engulfed in this war, which is based in basically Afghanistan. So as long as the U.S. troops are in Afghanistan, I'm afraid there's no peace in Pakistan either. Because the tribal areas are basically, there's no border there. So the Pashtuns are split on the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan. And we have, this movement across the border. And, to think that the Pakistan army is going to stop it, I think Pakistan army itself is going to be stuck in this quagmire, the same as the U.S. in Afghanistan.
You're very critical of the U.S. government and the U.S. military in Pakistan. How do you feel about the Taliban? Do you have criticism of the Taliban?
The Taliban are a result. This is like extremism is an illness in a society. It's people who want to force their worldview or their religious view on other people. It's an illness. Normal societies always sideline extremists. So it's spreading all over Pakistan. So if you want to curtail this thing, you have to go to the cause. Why is this happening? And I'm afraid this is being sparked off by military action. Each military action produces more extremists. So when I criticize the U.S. foreign policy and the U.S. policy in Afghanistan and in Iraq, the reason is not because someone is anti-U.S. I mean, I criticize Pakistani policies much more than the U.S. policies. In fact, I blame our government much more than the U.S. because we should not have sent our own army against our own people. It doesn't mean I'm anti-Pakistan. I do not agree with the government policies, and time has proven that these policies are deeply flawed.
Do you think the U.S. military should just get out of Afghanistan and Pakistan?
Well, they can't immediately get out of Afghanistan. The real issue is Afghanistan. Pakistan will settle once the U.S. military leaves Afghanistan. But the problem is they can't just leave straight away. What they have to do is first talks. The real enemy was always Al-Qaeda. And Al-Qaeda are those terrorists who have the capacity to strike Western targets, not Taliban. These are semi-literate people. I mean, if you look at the Taliban, they basically don't have any understanding of anything. They don't have any capability of actually doing anything out of this Afghanistan-Pakistan area. And there has been no Pashtun involved in international terrorism. So therefore, if Al-Qaeda is the enemy, surely the policy should be to isolate them, rather than pushing these tribal Pashtuns towards Al-Qaeda, which is what is happening right now. So if you resume talks with the various groups, get them on the table, try and form a government of consensus, and then they either in the meantime some troops from the Muslim countries could come into Afghanistan while these talks are going on. So the provocation of a foreign, of US, which is perceived also to be anti-Islam. So, if that provocation goes, so hostilities cease, you have a government of consensus. I would think that's the way to go, but I don't think there are any easy solutions left.
Pakistani opposition politician Imran Khan, also world famous for being a legendary cricketer. The latest news again out of Pakistan, at least 60 people have been killed in a U.S. drone attack in southern Waziristan. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org.